Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you my first week of the vegan experience with 2 days of seafood to round everything off. So those were my blueberry muffins, and I made strawberry too, but the strawberry ones didn't come out so well. So these are homemade. The first thing I used was fresh blueberries that I had frozen. Don't mind the strawberries because we're not going to talk about those. They fell apart. That was 1.5 cups of blueberries, and I added flour in here so they wouldn't sink to the bottom. For the mixture base, it's 1 cup flour, and then I'm also going to add 1 cup of rolled oats. To the mixture, I added 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. I thoroughly mix this around with a whisk, but you can use a fork or a spoon. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. I've already added 1 egg, and now I'm going to add 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of oil, or you can do 1/2 cup of melted butter as well. I'm using canola oil because it's a neutral flavor, but any oil that you choose to use, it's up to you. For the sweetening part, I used 100% pure maple syrup. I needed to get rid of it, and I thought it would be a nice addition because it's all natural. I didn't want to use any processed sugars in this, so it's really up to you what kind of sweetener you want to add to your muffins, but this is what I chose. And that was 1/2 cup of syrup. I've mixed this up, and it was still kind of thick for me, so I added in about 1/4 cup of water and mixed. This was more of the consistency that I wanted, and so now I'm just folding in the blueberries, not trying to break them. They're still kind of frozen, so they wouldn't really break, but if you're using fresh blueberries, just fold easily. These were jumbo-sized muffin pans, so my mixture gave me exactly 6. Korean tteokbokki, which is a rice stick. They come smaller, but these are the jumbo size, which I like. For my side, I made regular bok choy and sweet bok choy mixed with garlic, and then the tteokbokki you have to boil first. For my sauce, I mixed garlic, ketchup, hot sauce, and soy sauce. If you like a sweet heat, add maple syrup. If you like more heat, add hot sauce. It's up to you. Once rice sticks are soft, you want to drain the water, add oil, put them in and let them cook. Cook for about 2 minutes on each side. Then add the sauce to one side, flip it over, let it kind of caramelize, and then do the same on the other, and then serve it up. I served it up with my bok choy and ate away. I had a chance to go to Whole Foods week 1, and I was looking for a meat alternative. Being a meat eater, you know, you kind of want that illusion of eating meat. So I heard really good things about Beyond Meat brand, so I picked up the Beyond Meat patties. I also heard things about field roast, and so I picked up the field roast smoked sage apple or apple sage sausage, and I made that in a recipe that you'll see later in the video. I also picked up a Frankfurt hot dog by the same company, so I'm looking forward to telling you guys about that in week 2. In the comment box below, let me know if you have tried any of these vegan brands and what's your favorite product. It doesn't have to be, you know, the 2 brands that I got, but what's your favorite vegan meat product or alternative meat product? I see that they have like a lot of lunch meats out now, or I guess veggie slices, and some roast and things like that. And so I'm really looking forward to trying these alternatives in the future. Okay guys, I'm back from Whole Foods, and got a couple things. Really trying to stay into this vegetarian vegan thing. I am determined with the occasional seafood. So here's what I picked up from Whole Foods. This is a little vegan wrap, and let's see if you can see: spicy marinated soy curls, onion, roasted garlic, lettuce, red cabbage, carrots, jalapeno. Yummy. So this is gonna be like my little snack. Might even wind up being my dinner. It depends. I had both today, so that's really filling. I wanted to try these smoked apple sage grain meat sausages. I heard they were really good, so I'm gonna give them a try. This brand is Field Roast, so I will let you guys know how those were. Also by Field Roast, I got these Frankfurt traditional made, kind of like hot dogs, but it's by the same company, so it's a grain meat type sausage. So I'll also let you know, or type hot dog, so I will let you know how that tastes. I said I wasn't a fan of tempeh, but I saw this smoked tempeh bacon, and so I decided I would give that a try, perhaps over a salad. I got some Whole Foods brand garlic and chive hummus. Got my traditional naan. This is garlic naan, which is so good. And this is what I'm really excited for. I've heard so much about this here, Beyond Meat traditional burgers, and I am so excited to try this here. So I think this probably might be the first thing that I try. And then I got some ramen because I'm always a noodle person. Love noodles. And I promised my daughter I wouldn't buy no more noodles because I have so many noodles in my cabinet. But these I wanted to try. They're vegan. And this one's garlic pepper. And this one is soba. So we shall see. So I will be giving this stuff a try over the next couple of days. And of course, letting you guys know what I think about it. And yeah, here we go. So as you saw from my Whole Foods trip, I got this vegan wrap, and it had like soy curls and carrots and lettuce, and it came with like a sesame sauce, and it was actually really good. Excited about this dish. It was sweet potato hash with the vegan smoked sausage that I bought. I used two types of sweet potatoes, the regular orange sweet potatoes, and then the white ones are Japanese yams, which are naturally sweet. I diced them up. So here I've transferred everything to a cookie sheet, and I'm going to add some olive oil to that so it will not stick while it is baking in the oven. My oven, I have it up 365. Every oven is different, so you just kind of have to play with your oven or know what a normal heat for your oven is. I'm here adding kosher salt. I always use kosher salt when I cook. I'm also adding nutmeg, and I'm also going to add some cinnamon. Both of those just remind me of fall and winter, and just belong on sweet potatoes in my opinion. And then you want to mix this up with your hands. You don't have to, get any specific utensils, but you want to make sure everything is coated in the oil and in the seasoning so nothing sticks, and so everything has the flavor of all of your different spices. Additionally, you want to make sure all of your potatoes are spaced out and are flat on the pan so they all cook evenly. You don't want them on top of each other. Okay, here are the Field Roast grain meat sausages that I was talking about, and I was so excited about cooking these here. So this is the veggie sausage. It was wrapped in plastic like regular sausage would be, and it looks like sausage, but it's not, and it's still kind of blowing my mind. But yeah, cutting it up, slicing nice bite-sized pieces. To this frying pan, I've added 2 tablespoons of olive oil, red and yellow sliced bell pepper, 2 small onions sliced, about 12 button mushrooms quartered, and 2 teaspoons of diced garlic. So I've let my veggies cook for about 5 to 7 minutes until they started to get a little brown and translucent. I added in the sausage, and I'm going to cook that for another 5 minutes and let it start to get a little caramelized, because I want it to have that caramelized flavor that regular sausage does. Okay, now that my sausage and my veggies are cooked the way I want them, I added in about 3 handfuls of spinach. And you know, a lot of spinach is actually not so much because it begins to wilt. And so I cooked this for maybe about a minute and a half just until it started to wilt. These are the sweet potatoes that I had roasted actually the night prior to me making this deal, so it was ready. So a minute after I put the spinach in there, I put it in the potatoes, and you just want the potatoes to heat through. Once your potatoes are heated through, you want to remove it off of the heat and go ahead and serve immediately. Here's the finished product. When I tell you I really enjoyed these sausages, I just cannot really explain it. I will be eating them again whether I stay vegan or not. And I ate this for about 4 days. Here's the other thing I was super stoked to try, and this is the Beyond Meat burger patties. And when I put them in, they actually had their own amount of oil. When I looked at the ingredients, this has coconut oil in it, so I didn't have to add any oil to it. The oil came out of it. I cooked it on both sides, 4 minutes apiece, and done. So I did a simple dress up, Swiss and ketchup on one side on the bun, and the other one was just ketchup. My daughters, 2 daughters, and one of their friends was there, and they got a chance to taste it too. Okay guys, so this right here is freaking me out. My mind is so completely blown because this mess tastes like meat, and I just cannot deal right now. Look at that. How freaking crazy is that? You Beyond Meat people, I need to take a visit because I need to see for real that this is not meat. Something ain't right. But it's so good, you guys should try it. Promise, it's so good. What is this? What is this madness? It's not meat, I promise. It sure as hell tastes like it. Everybody really enjoyed the meat, and the consistency and quality of it was great. This is the day I got to go out to the restaurant and I got to have my seafood, so I went and have pho. For an appetizer, I had lobster wontons with sweet chili sauce. And this was a sweet and sour seafood pho, which was really good. Like most pho, it has a side of bean sprouts, fresh basil, and jalapeno. This sweet and sour seafood pho had whitefish, which I believe was sole, fish ball, which you see in a spoon, mussels, shrimp, and squid. For my second seafood day, I just had fresh shrimp that I cooked in a pan with butter and seasoning, topped it with cheese and cilantro, which I'm in love with, and garlic naan on the side. So that was week 1 of my vegetarian vegan experience. I'm really enjoying myself, finding new meals. Until next time, cook, eat, and enjoy.